Here's one. This is the arbiter. This guy is the arbiter of what's supposed to go on Twitter. He thought, and he used CNN as a guide, CNN, which is fake news. His name is Yoel Roth.
The Babylon Bee's Man of the Year is Rachel Levine. Not funny.
Yeah. Yeah, not only is it not funny, but it is dangerous, and it does contribute to an environment that makes people unsafe in the world.
Oh my God.
Here, excuse me, wait a minute, I'm not finished. So here's your man, Yoel Roth, and that's on Twitter.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Corner. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Just got off live streaming the latest Twitter Files data release, and now we're going to talk about Elon versus former head of trust and safety, Yoel Roth. Absolute bombshells releasing after Elon takes aim at him. We know that Elon definitely is not a huge fan of the lovers of the young, just like most of us are not. And interestingly enough, some past history has come up, and well, I guess you're just going to have to interpret for yourself. Certainly, Yoel Roth is probably sitting somewhere right now thinking about me needing a change of undergarments, because some of this stuff, including a secret old alt account that came to light, all this kind of stuff, insane. So let's get into that after a quick word from this video's sponsor, Sheath. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor. That's right, Sheath. These boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has 3 individual compartments to keep everything down there separate and cool and comfortable. And hey, since they've been a long-time sponsor, I've heard from many of you who have tried out Sheath and really love it. They were invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it was hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. And on top of all sorts of awesome designs for Sheath, they've added all sorts of winter items, hoodies, gator necks, and all sorts of base layers. Head on over to the link in the description and pinned comment down below. Use my promo code to save and support the channel and keep everything nice, cool, and dry. I know it's probably a little weird, like especially the fellas out there thinking about, making that kind of change. But, you've got literally nothing to lose and a ton to gain by new, comfortable clothes. So let's talk about a little bit about what's going on here with the Elon Musk smears former head of trust and safety. The intelligencer, shortly after taking Twitter's self-proclaimed chief twit, Elon Musk tried to reassure anxious advertisers that the social media platform obviously cannot become a free-for-all hexscape where anything can be said with no consequence. On Saturday, Musk falsely implied in tweets that Twitter's former head of trust and safety, Yoel Roth, who happens to be gay, has advocated for spicification of kids. Now, we're going to look into that. Musk participated in the Spaces Friday night about safety for the young ones and responded to one of the participants on Saturday after she linked an old tweet of Roth's. Quote, "Looks like Yoel is arguing in favor of young ones being able to access adult internet services in a PhD thesis," tweeted Musk. In an excerpt from a 300-page dissertation, the title of Roth's 2016 dissertation at the University of Pennsylvania is about Grindr and social networking services popular in the LGBTQ community. Far-right extreme voices have long pushed this false narrative that there are predators going after young. I mean, it's not false. It's absolutely a true thing. And let me just say, don't you think it's a little interesting that the college has now removed that article by Yoel Roth? Isn't that interesting? It's also, I think, Yoel Roth, who doesn't have a Wikipedia page, which I also find incredibly suspect, he knows he has made himself a public enemy and he's trying to hide instead of owning up to his mistakes. You could see this. Yoel Roth submitted his dissertation in 2016. Early today, it was freely available to be downloaded. At the time of this tweet, it has been withdrawn. What happened? Of course, you can find it. The internet's forever. Abstract of the paper, read at your own risk. Now, there is some interesting nuggets of information in this. You have Yoel Roth's old tweet here. I enjoy having the kinds of meetings where Googling, I can't even say this, is considered academic work. Okay. How about this? Former head of trust and safety at Twitter. This guy is the one who's supposed to remove content that targets the young ones, but instead schemed how to censor and silence conservatives. Twitter will live, a quote, Yoel Roth tweets, Twitter will live to prawn another day. Thing I just yelled loudly at work. His old tweet's obviously not going over well. This tweet with 80 likes and now, hundreds of responses. If you yelled it at my offices, I would have fired you. Okay, Coomer. Yeah, okay, interesting. How about this? The more we learn about Yoel Roth, a lot of this being brought to light by Twitter account Libs of TikTok. The more we learn about Yoel Roth, the more I understand why he so despised my account. Why he despised my account so much and wanted to personally be the one to suspend my account all those times. Another tweet. That awkward moment when you can't tell whether your neighbor has a really loud infant or they're just watching really loud, spicy videos. If you like that one, here's another classic that goes a little something like this. Yoel Roth, quote, you don't need a service manual for putting your D in your mouth. Like these tweets are still, these tweets still exist. These tweets still exist, are live on the internet, and I'm going to share them. I can't believe he hasn't scrubbed this. How about this? Great thread of old Yoel Roth tweets. Well, now we know why we aren't allowed to say the word groomer without getting banned or suspended. Here's Yoel. Can high school students ever meaningfully consent to hooking up with their teachers? Question mark. Okay. Were you on XY or whatever, or another teen-targeted LGBTQ social networking site? I'd love to chat with you for a project I'm working on. Now, I assume this is for his thesis. So the former head of trust and safety at Twitter had a secret, dirty Twitter account. Oopsies! Grad student I'm staying with. Quote, you're not that innocent. I know about your secret, dirty Twitter account. Guilty as charged. At Otter Terrific. Otterific. What? What? How about some of this? A member of my cohort at Penn has proposed co-founding a blog called Hackers and Prawn. Needless to say, I'd be writing about the prawn side. Some days I really do love what I do at work, namely looking up what scholarly work, if anything, has been published about hookup advice. I've been enjoying kinds of meetings where I'm Googling, I'm not saying that again, I think I found my calling, and it's writing dialogue for chef-themed prawn. Doing research on Craigslist hookup discussion boards begs the question, main browser or prawn browser? I mean, he's like obsessed with it. He got an ego boost from high schoolers hitting on him when he was 22. Getting hit on by high school girls at the Genius Bar, and other reminders that I've still got it. Gross. The TLDR of my last tweet. Thanks, testosterone, for making me totally unmarketable once I no longer look young and virile. What? Some more proof of former Twitter head's trust and safety secret dirty Twitter account. My secret dirty account now at least 60% dirtier, thanks to its new picture. Even on my secret other account, Twitter suggests that I follow American Express. They know me too well. Interesting. If this isn't disturbing, I don't know what is. The quote tweet, many old ones show up like this, shows that Twitter's former head of trust and safety tweeted from his secret dirty account that muscle bears holding a child are inexplicably hotter. What? No wonder Twitter wasn't... By the way, this is all for Leftism for You. Should probably follow them. No wonder that Twitter wasn't doing much to protect kids on the platform when their former head of trust and safety thought that bearded, hairy, muscular men were hotter when they held children. I mean, you don't have... Everything that pops in your head, you don't really have to put out on the internet. I think that, you know, people have weird thoughts that pop in their head, but Yoel Roth seemed fine. Paul Joseph Watson tweeting, why would loud crying infants remind you of spicy videos? I don't know. I suspect they watch some sort of weird videos. I don't know. And of course, like we see in today's Twitter leaks, right, or Twitter drop, that Yoel Roth played an integral part in banning sitting President Donald Trump, so that even though he admitted that he had not broken any policy, he still decided to ban him anyway. Vijaya Gotti still decided to ban him anyway. Essentially, today we got a bit of a smoking gun, which I will recap later today in additional videos, but I'm also catching up on weekend news. I was not planning on having a live stream at noon today, but I'm glad I did. If you're enjoying the videos and you haven't yet, there's a red subscribe button down below. If we all work together, I can pass Timmy Pool today. That sure would be a nice Christmas present for me. I appreciate you, and and check out the video sponsor, Sheath, and let's do some Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! On the Pokemon one, I mean, all of them, because, you know, this weekend was so insane. It's the 12th, so we get to open the 10th, 11th, and 12th. So 3 of them. Okay. The 10th brings us paper ornaments for our tree, which is behind the set. I'll put those together. The 11th, first to name this Pokemon wins 1 internet point. A fun little guy. And the 12th, we get... So they got like a diorama. You know, you got the sleigh, and then you got some Christmas lights here that go on this Christmas tree with the presents. I'll get that all put together right quick. Hope you enjoyed. Merry Christmas.